Why Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin and what you should know. Ethereum wasn't originally created to compete against Bitcoin. At the beginning, it was simply designed as a DeFi platform. But the popularity of its platform drove Ethereum's coin, or Ether, to become the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. Here's everything you need to know about why Ethereum will actually overtake Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency roller coaster ride. It might come as a shock, but even after the major cryptocurrencies experienced an ominous collapse from their all-time highs in April and May of 2021, most cryptocurrencies are up by 200 through 300% or more from this point last year. For those who have already been following the progress in cryptocurrency, you can just smirk and tell the others, "I told you so." Nonetheless, the worldwide wild ride of cryptocurrency surely mimics a roller coaster ride, and Bitcoin remains the top dog cryptocurrency. As for the next top contender conceptualized in 2013, we have Ethereum, which is an open-source platform that helps to develop and implement new decentralized applications using the same fundamental concepts as Bitcoin, such as the blockchain. What the top dogs are saying. Major market players like Goldman Sachs recently released reports that Ethereum has not only gained major attention the likes of Bitcoin, but they also noted that Ethereum has a definite good chance of surpassing the $660 billion market capitalization of Bitcoin. So you have hint of what they're currently advising their investors. In their private meetings with their investors, they explained that the Ethereum network shows more promise due to its real-world applications and ability to store value. Following certain trends is all part of earning money for the future. And Ethereum represents the future of programmable money and smart contracts in a way that legacy cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin cannot facilitate. Ethereum, the most cohesive cryptocurrency for payments. Most people think that Bitcoin offers the better benefits for the long term. But since the Ethereum network supports the development of and allows for the creation of new applications on its infrastructure, it's a valuable resource that is now rivaling Bitcoin. Ether, or ETH, as well as the trending and booming NFTs, have been working wonders with payments and other transactions. As a result, Ether has had much higher utilization rates, with far more transactions than Bitcoin in the last 12 months, and this trend doesn't seem to be dimming. Ethereum gets the jump on Bitcoin. Yes, it's evident that cryptocurrencies have taken major dips, but as mentioned before, cryptocurrencies are financial roller coaster rides that have steadily been ascending in the overall scheme. For context on how Ethereum has managed an ascension, you should know that Ether rose almost 1,000% over the last 12 months, whereas the beloved Bitcoin only rose 300%. Experts claim that this is the case because Bitcoin is purely a token of value, or a currency backed by the perceived value of those who hold it. Yet on the other hand, Ethereum and the ETH blockchain fuel one another. And not surprisingly, recent upgrades to the Ethereum network have been helping it to scale at a much faster rate while simultaneously reducing the cost of transactions on the network. These factors further increase the price of the tokens and the bank account of those who hold them. The boom of Ethereum-based apps. Most of us are absolutely sick of the authority and sometimes rigid elements of central banks. So instead of having a central authority dictate transactions, the applications on the Ethereum network run transactions and safeguard the process. And now, Ethereum-based apps are booming. DeFi has sustained the top notch for the most common types of these apps. And as of 2020, these useful apps have rocketed to a 2,000% growth with more than $16 billion in crypto assets stored in its protocols. The future roller coaster ride of ETH. Since we've been using the appropriate analogy of a roller coaster ride while explaining trends of cryptocurrency, in 2020, Ether started at $125.63 and grew by nearly 500% by the end of the year to $729.65. In 2021, it briefly reached $4,380, but has ranged between $1,700 and $2,500 since then, sometimes jumping or dropping by as much as $1,000 in a single week. These drastic up and downs are enough to leave your nerves wrecked and your heart in your throat. So, what is the forecast for Ethereum at the year's end? Well, a great deal of experts foresee an average targeted price between $3,500 and $4,500 by the year's end, and with an average long-term projections being as high as $11,170 by 2025. Even the rookies of cryptocurrency are enticed to make big investments. Now for more good news. Some experts even predict it growing even faster and more substantially. Now, as Samuel L. Jackson said in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts, because the roller coaster is headed for even greater heights, according to crypto panel experts interviewed by Forbes. On the panel of cryptocurrency experts, we have Sagi Bakshi, CEO of CoinMama, a computer science engineer with over 20 years of experience in the tech industry and an extensive background in telecommunications, ad tech, and blockchain technologies, who carried his company to an estimated value of $11 billion. Another noteworthy member of the panel is Lex Sokolin. He's the futurist entrepreneur working on the next generation of financial services as the head economist and global fintech co-head at Consensus, a blockchain technology company building the infrastructure and applications that enable a decentralized world. These two outstanding professionals, alongside other major figures, all agree that by the end of 2022, ETH could be the most widely transacted cryptocurrency due to its expanding utility in the marketplace. And by 2025, they surmise that ETH could rise as high as $19,842. During their briefs, interviews, and seminars, these experts cite an array of upgrades being made to the network this year that will reduce the currently high cost of transactions and drastically increase utility. Another expert on the panel, Sarah Bergstrand, the COO of Bitbull Capital, receives the honor of having the highest price prediction for Ethereum, putting it at $100,000 by 2025. Now, the biggest upgrade, which has become mouth-watering to investors, is EIP 1559. It's a method to make Ethereum transactions more efficient by using a hybrid system of base fees and tips to more evenly incentivize miners in the periods of high and low network congestion. In the proposal, a base fee is the algorithmically determined price you pay for a transaction on Ethereum. It is set to overhaul the transaction fee system used by Ethereum. So, for example, instead of sending fees to miners who complete tasks on the network, users will send the fee to the network itself. This will decrease or even destroy the fee, reduce the overall supply, and therefore subsequently increase the value of the currency. The good and bad of cryptocurrency regulation. Without a doubt, Ethereum represents a sustainable, function-oriented approach to cryptocurrency that will support the future of DeFi. But many people remain on the sidelines, just watching the action, or stay on the fence, indecisive about choosing Bitcoin or Ethereum. And when they're questioned about their fickleness, they often admit that they're waiting for government regulations to be implemented. This raises some eyebrows, because the entire idea of cryptocurrency is escaping from decentralized financial authorities. So, while longtime cryptocurrency investors loathe and bemoan the thought of regulation limiting the freedom of currency available in the market, big investors and companies see the inevitable implementation of such regulations as a source of stability that will earn them riches, as regulations could lead to an even greater mass adoption. This has been evident as many investors in cryptocurrency were absolutely ecstatic when countries like El Salvador and other South American countries' governments announced that they'd use cryptocurrency as their primary currency. Biden's admin's take on the regulations. The new 2020 admin has been quite chaotic in all manners of governmental oversight. And now, the Biden administration is looking at how to address the markets with cryptocurrency. So, they launched a congressional committee to review all sorts of digital currencies. First of all, they're requesting banks to submit documentation on how they're using digital assets, and Comptroller of the Currency Michael Hsu is reviewing all current and past guidance related to cryptocurrencies. And the chairman of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has even made it loud and clear that governmental regulations and enforcement of those policies are surely coming. So, depending on what side of the fence you sit on, these regulations could be a golden opportunity or a major hindrance to your operations and transactions. When the markets are regulated, however, they become safer for everyday users, and Ethereum, with a range of decentralized apps it supports and applications it enables, can easily become the norm. This would officially enable Ethereum to overtake Bitcoin. And there you have it, the indicators that Ethereum will eventually be the victor over Bitcoin.